Hello my friends. You may be wondering who I am. My name is Multiman. Welcome to the channel. This video is just to help you guys who may be starting this game or starting the Rune Factory series for the first time. So, as we get started here, I'll just go ahead and explain what we're going to be talking about this video. So there's a couple of things that are kind of easy and kind of hard to do in this game. As you can see right there in the top right corner, this is my current amount of money. It's not bad per se, but a lot of time and effort has been put in since I've been playing in the first month of the game. Also, I'm playing on hard mode, so levels are coming slow but steady. But what if I told you you had a way to get a lot of RP and a lot of money and to increase one of your really useful skills for probably endgame really quickly and make it worth your while? So stick with me as we go for this video. Alright, so first thing you're going to need to do. You see your cooking appliances over here? Yeah, these cooking appliances are really good. I will just tell you right now, to cook something simple, you're going to need your cooking level up to at least level 15 at this point. Level 15, so if you see in the top right there, where it says cooking level, have that to level 15. Secondly, our good friends over at the bakers over here, right here, make sure you buy cooking bread for the first couple of weeks that you have access to it. This is going to be important for something that we're going to do in a moment here. So, first of all, the first step of this plan, you need a lot of RP, like an insane amount. And there's one recipe that does the job quite well early on in the game. Now, if you have a pot, which is one of the most broken items to get RP back, look at this one. This is called rice or milk porridge. It just takes rice, which is a very cheap item, and this takes milk. Now, I will explain why this is really easy to get in a moment. We will cut to it. But, as you can see, HP and RP are restored by 1,000. Now, like I showed you with my character, I don't have that much RP, so that's basically a full heal of RP every time I use the item. Not only that, but it gives you 100 RP to add to your character as well. And that counts as your bonus meal for the day. So on my character right now, he only has one, but every time you start cooking the item over and over again, it will increase, the potency will increase with how much RP you actually get back, and HP. So, why is this a very important little tool to have for us? Well, RP is a very hard substance to come by once it comes to this point in the game. Because, let's just say, you're gardening, you're also going out and wanting to do actual story stuff and progressing. Being able to make multiple of these so you can have them, so you don't have to keep running back to the Blue Moon Inn, is a very useful way to keep yourself topped off. Not to also mention that, again, one of the tricks that we're going to show off today to get a lot of money involves doing that. So, at this point, where I'm currently at in the game, you can go ahead and go here even before you're even told to, but we're going to be going over to this snow area over here. Now, this snow area is going to be the fastest way to get money and earn money in the game at this current point in time. So, I will allow you to see that in just a moment here. But before that, if you're wondering how I grind all the milk that I have, you can do it two ways. You can have the monster barn that you get early on in the game and start recruiting buffaloes. But if you come over here to where the buffaloes actually spawn, I learned that spawn rates in this game are kind of broken. In a good way. Spawn rates are kind of broken because it's very easy to go out of your way and to farm certain types of enemies because you don't have to move very far away from them to be able to farm them. Now, this is very important for the trick for grinding money in this game, too, because now understanding how far you need to be away from a certain spawn point of an enemy allows you to do things that you probably shouldn't be able to do unless you knew. So, if over here we have chickens, these give you eggs if you want to start making some good egg dishes, and they drop them every half a time. But also we have our capture technique at this part of the game. So if you have the lava area unlocked, then you should be able to already have the ability to capture. Now, capturing will sometimes yield you an item, but sometimes it won't. It's not super consistent. It also can gain you crystals for your farm dragons, which is very useful, because it gives you bonus effects. But as you saw there, we were able to take milk from this dude. Now, what if I told you that all that it costs to get free infinite RP was to just keep looping this until you got tired of looping it? Now, I have plenty of milk already back home, but I'm just showing you that it's so easy to milk these guys for all they're worth. Literally and figuratively. So, as you saw there, just in that one little walk around, we got, let's see, 4 milks? Now, what if I told you if you just walk down here to where this gate spawns enemies, then you turned around, and they all respawned? Yeah, it's that dumb. So now you can just grind these guys for as much milk as you want for your porridge, for your milk porridge, and be able to have basically infinite RP. It's really simple. You can, again, I'll say this again so it's clear, you can recruit those Buffamoos to be in a farm, but it does require extra time and extra prep to actually get them to the right friendship level. Right now, the monsters that you see with me are about 5, 6 in the friendship level, which means that I spent a lot of time raising them, so they automatically give me drops every single day. Same with the 2 other ones that I have back at the place. Because I also have a chicken monster, and I also got a Buffamoo. So getting them to level around 3 or 4 will automatically give you whatever drop they give you every single day. And as you raise their happiness and their affection towards you, you will then get more and more stuff, which is great. But to ease your pain and get infinite RP, all you have to do is come over here, grind for like maybe 2 or 3 hours in one of your game days to get milk, and then you're good to go. All you have to do then is buy rice and hope that you have a high enough cooking skill to have the right rice porridge unlocked, and then you're good, and you're just good to go. So now is the time of the video where I show you how to go ahead and get basically infinite money in this game without even trying. Now, I know that I'm the type of person who can farm, and I enjoy this game for its farming and its other things. But what if I told you there was such an extremely broken way to get a $5,000 item that doesn't take much of your time, that you can just do that and loop it for days? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go over to this area over here. Again, you can walk over to this area because there's no warps, or if you have the volcano area unlocked because you progress that far in the story, you can warp. So I'm going to meet you guys over in the icy area, and then I'll open up my map. Alright, so cutting back in, over in this area of the map, if you see where my cursor is, you'll see that there is this big divot here. Now, there is an enemy that spawns here. Now, you might be scared because they might show red text for you, but these are called Ice Griffins. Now, what these Ice Griffins give you is an item so extremely broken for this point of the game that if you get one, you're gonna realize that you actually are swimming in money. Now, it does take 2 of these capturing shots to actually proc the actual capture mechanic. And it won't work every time. But the more you keep using your capture mechanic, the more likely it is that it will work out in your favor anyways. So this is a great way to grind this one skill as well. So after you try capturing all the enemies and seeing if they will drop it, if they don't, all you have to do is back off. The reason why I have my monsters here is so they can distract them so we can go ahead and do this without being interrupted by them. But since the Ice Griffins actually attack very slow, you have a good enough chance to get away from them even if they aggro to you. So, let's see. It might take me a couple of minutes in real game time to actually get it, because again, it's just depending on if the enemy wants to give us the spawn or not. And all you have to do is keep resetting them by walking away from this gate and then reopening it. Now, the reason why we got all that porridge, by the way, is so we can go ahead and scoff this down, give ourselves some more RP so we can throw more captures out there, and keep going until we grab what we need. Alright, not quite yet. There we go. So this is the item I was talking about. So the Frigid Feather gives you usually 5,000 G. Now, as you can see, I got a level 5 variant off of this enemy, so it's 6,000. Now, if you decide to spend like a 1 whole week grinding these, you will be maxed out on cash in no time. Ridiculously enough, you can do this as early as you're able to be willing to both grind the RP for it, and also spend the time doing this. Now, I've been doing this for a little while. So long, in fact, that I'm about to show you after I do a little bit more of using my RP that I have currently, how much it actually will give you if you take your time and grind these. Because there's a few things that are actually great about doing this grind on these Ice Griffins. So for one, you get those really good items that give you 5,000 a pop, which means basically a whole day of funding is just in one of those feathers. And if you get lucky and you get a higher rank one, like I did, you'll also get out some other stuff. But also you can get those glacial crystals. Now, those ones actually make it so when you're not even at the farm, it rains. And rain is really good for when you don't want to actually manage and waste your RP on watering canning stuff when you don't really need to. So you can grind both these feathers, levels, your capturing skill, and being able to get stuff for your rune dragons all in this one area. It's kind of insane. Honestly, I'm very glad that the designers designed it like this, because this is probably the most broken way to get money in this game. Probably for now. Obviously, farming will be better in the long run, but if you're struggling to be able to do a lot of things because you don't have enough money or resources, this way is the tried and true way of being able to do this. So we're going to go ahead and wait until 11, and then I'm going to go ahead and probably transfer over to showing you how OD this strategy is, because I will show you how many of these feathers I actually collected, and showing you what will happen for your paycheck for one day if you spend almost 1 day worth of time grinding here. It's really ridiculous. And again, it's not 100% consistent, but it is the fastest way to get money at this point in the game if you're not willing to wait for crops to grow. At this point in the game, I don't have Formula A or B yet for my chemistry set, which is something that you will be able to do to grow crops faster. So this is a good substitute for being able to get money in the meantime. Also, it's really good for those instances where you're playing on hard mode, you try to fight an enemy and it instant downs you because it hit you for too much damage. So having these feathers in either like a storage closet or something, so you can use them for just in case emergencies when somebody decides to rob you because you messed up maybe, because you decided to go too low on HP and you got hit once. That's really good for that. And also just really is good for getting other sorts of items or skills up. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Alright, we're gonna go and do one more attempt because we have enough RP to do one more full attempt of this. And then we're gonna go ahead and show you how much you can make just by getting like 10 of these. Because it's actually insane how much just 10 of these frigid feathers can actually give you. As you can see, the enemy still hurt, so do be careful and mindful, because those chipmunks are going to be the thing that you worry about the most, because all of the Griffin's attacks are way too slow. Alright, we're going to do one more round because it wasn't quite 11 yet, so we got, what, about 2? I think we got about 2. Yeah, we got 2. We got kind of unlucky with that pull, but we were still gaining levels to our capturing, so every time you actually move up your capturing ability, it actually, oops, this is the wrong menu. It actually increases the chances of making it easier to get items. So, at this point, my skill is quite high, so it can even get the rarity a little bit better, but we just have to get lucky. Also, enemies shouldn't try to get in our way. Alright, use this 2 more times. Alright, we weren't super lucky with this pull, but again, now, after you run out of RP, or if you start running out of your milk porridges, whichever or, now at this point you can either do the thing where you either go to the inn and get all your stuff back for free, or again you can go back home if you have enough RP still to make one of these, and you're topped off. But now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to skip to the next day with all of the stuff that I have. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you right now. We'll just teleport right now. We're going to go right back. So, you may be wondering, hey, multi-dude, how much have you grinded this? What if I told you I have 2 full stacks? And what if I told you even crazier? that some of them are super high level, so they're worth even more. So I'm about to show you what this was 2 days worth of me doing this, by the way. So this is 2 days worth of effort that you can still do gardening and all these other things. But it was also spent getting these quills, and also look at these gemstones. Look at these stones, bro. Look at these stones. You have about, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, about 10 days worth of rain from these gems as well. And these also sell for a pretty hefty amount if you want to use these. I personally don't recommend it because your dragons kind of need the extra support sometimes. So definitely, I would say keep these. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and cut to where I'm going to go ahead and sleep and come back. And I'll show you how much we're going to make just from almost 2 days worth of grinding those feathers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's close to about 7:30 in the day. And soon we're about to see how much it really did take to earn the paycheck we did. So it took about 2 days to grind up 2 full stacks of the feathers. And I will say, once again, sometimes you'll pull a better feather than just the regular version. So I'm just showing that off right now because it's very important and crucial that you see how absolutely dumb this is. Now, again, I only found this out because I was playing and recording content because I actually do full playthroughs and stuff on this channel. And when I found out that this was a strategy you could employ, I wanted to share to the internet so everybody could do it. Because this is honestly the fastest way early game to get money and to get all the stuff that you could ever possibly want. So, in about a few more seconds, we're about to see the fruits of our labor. Just, again, this was about 2 days of just me grinding this one individual enemy archetype over in the mountains to get these stacks. So look how big our bar goes up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Baby, we rich now. Baby, we rich now. So, again, just to remind you, that was 2 days worth of work. That was only 2 days worth of work. If you did a whole week worth of work, it's over. It's over. Like I said, I didn't even put all of them in there. I kept one because, listen, I'm not saying that they try to rip you off every time you die, but they try to rip you off every time you die. So you always want to keep at least 1 or 2 of them when you're selling them, IMO. But if you don't want to even wait for like a full stack and just put 1 in every day, because if you can only get 1 or 2 every day, hey man, you're going to be making so much bank so quick that it won't even matter. For me, yeah, definitely if you want to be able to just afford everything in the game and cruise for like probably the next 10 to 15 hours in the game, this is the way to go. Because now that you have this much money, you can basically buy or do whatever you want without having to feel restricted. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if this was helpful to you, or for you at all, hey, I'm going to be making more of these videos. So like, comment, and subscribe. I would much appreciate it. And I hope you guys in Rune Factory and Rune Factory 5 are enjoying yourselves. And I hope this helps out a great deal. Because, again, making money does take a long time in this game. But it doesn't have to. You just have to learn a few tricks along the way and you're good to go. But anyways, I've been Multi-Man, other known as Multi126789. Hope you guys have a good one. And I'll catch you lovely chows next time. So, ciao, ciao, until the next Tips and Tricks video.